Welcome back to Kitchen Table Wargaming Battle Reports. We have, a feisty, tasty match today. I am running my 2,000 points of Grey Knights. This is a recently modified list. Should be a good time for everybody except for the demons, I hope. I am playing against a Death Guard. Well, it's not even Death Guard. It's just a Nurgle Demon Smash Fest. So you might think that sounds foolish, but all the Nurgle Demons are going to have Feel No Pains, or Disgusting Resilient, however that's worded now. And you'll see the list in just a minute, and boy, oh boy, are there a lot of demons and a lot of fun, fantastic stuff. Two very interesting lists coming up. This game should be a hoot. And we are live streaming this game on Twitch with Heroic Scale Gamers. So you'll be seeing some stuff popping up as I'm doing the recording and filming. You may or may not hear some things in the background, but we'll be live streaming while I'm filming this. So it's another collab. So hope y'all enjoy this. This should be amazing. Here are the sons of Titan, the hammers of Titan. Not the sons, we're the hammers. Yes, the Grey Knights. Here we are. I have today 2 squads of paladins. Each of them has 2 silencers in there. They are all, both squads are carrying the hammerhand for their spell. I have 3 squads of Terminators. This front squad with all the halberds has Astral Aim, and the back 2 squads have Gate of Infinity. And the weapons that you see are the weapons they have. All 3 squads here will have a Psycannon in each. Then here are my characters. I've got the Ancient today. He's going to have the Sanctic Shard and Imperium Domination because I don't have a Librarian for once. I'm running a Battalion today, so I had to switch around some things. So he'll get Imperium Domination. He has the Psycannon. Then I've got Mr. Kaldor Drago himself. He is also not the Warlord. He will have Gate of Infinity and Sanctuary for his 2 spells. Then I've got Mr. Voldus, the Grand Master. He has the Armored Resilience, -1. He has the Ethereal Manipulation, rerolling all wounds within half range. And last but not least, he has Edict Imperator for a shoot move during the Psychic phase. And finally, the Warlord, the Grand Master Dreadknight. He has the weapons that you see. He has first to the Fray Warlord trait, and he will be taking the Augurium scrolls for exploding 6s in melee, as well as having Sanctuary for his spell that he knows. So it'll be loads and loads of fun. Playing against demons is always fun when you're the Grey Knights, but these demons are not going to be very easy to remove. So we'll have a good time with this today. Hope y'all enjoy this. I will show you the Nurgle Daemon list next. Okay, Nurgle Daemon gloriousness. This is gonna be ridiculous. This is a battalion. No, sorry, 2. Yeah, it is. It's a battalion and a patrol. So the way this is working, you've got Mortarion as the Warlord. He is what was his Warlord trait? Is not the usual. The Shambling Rot for the Warlord trait. And Gloaming Bloat.
And
that's
the
always on, right? 3. Yeah. So he's gonna be a hot mess. He'll be kind of fun. The Great Unclean one. He has it's a spell, right, that can regen or bring back a model that's been slain on the Great Unclean one, or is that an ability, a Warlord ability that he has? I'm trying to remember now. We talked about all this, and then there were so many things.
Oh, the Veil. He's got the Veil.
The Veil, yes. Then I got Epidemius over here. This dude's going to be a pain in my bahukas. A cool conversion in the works here. This is the dude that if you haven't seen or heard lately, he doesn't necessarily cast spells, but he does this tally business where every Nurgle demon that kills a thing adds 1 to his tally, and every 1 to the tally becomes additional abilities. Like when you get to 2 things killed by a Nurgle Demon, then everybody's rerolling 1s. That's a Nurgle Demon. Oh wait, that's everybody. As it goes, he increases toughness at a certain level. There's a lot of different things that his tally will do throughout the game. So just a cool, just a cool little dude to add in there. Then we've got 3 squads of 9 Nurglings running around for that battalion, and then, yes, you are seeing correctly, Mr. Bellicor himself has decided to join this foray into the real space universe here. Yes, they're shredding and corrupting and infecting a poor Imperium world. That's why the Grey Knights were called in. Bellicor is in a patrol. He's not a warlord. This is illegal. Unless it's not. I mean, feel free to let us know if we're misreading rules, but we're using the new rules that were released in the Caradon book, so we believe we've got this right. It's not a warlord. Ironically, the little Nurgle squad, the orange guys, don't get obsec because
we're not disciples of Bellicor.
Because they're not disciples of Bellicor. So
we're not the warlord.
Yeah, there's some weirdness there. He has Death Hex and he has Infernal Gaze for his spells. He can't take his crazy... He's got some like really cool psychic stuff he could do.
No, he does have his spells. He does have spells because I was looking at the old codex.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So, it's going to be fun. And again, folks, if we mess up a couple little things on that, it's, but it's going to be loads of fun. So, we're pretty excited about this. This is going to be a wild game, guys. So, this is going to be so much fun. We'll be back in just a minute to show you the mission and the deployment and get this game rocking and rolling. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a blast. There's gonna be blood flying, slime flying, putrefied flesh flying. It's gonna be deliciously fun. Here we have rolled up mission number 32, so we're on sweep and clear. 5 objectives, 1 in the dead center, 2 on either edge of the table, and this is the funky 9 inches outside the center deployment zone. Good stuff there. You can see all the Nurgle goodness is all spread out, preventing me from some deep strike things in some places. And then I'm on the other side, just kind of castled up. I've got Paladins, Terminators, and Drago in the warp. Teleporting, I should say. Drago's the only one in the warp. And again, this is a kitchen table wargaming collab with Heroic Scale Gamers. It's going to be good times. I think we're ready.
Oh, you got everything good?
I think we're good to go here, and I think we're starting up live there, and we're going to roll off to see who goes first. Kind of would like to go first. There is only, by the way, Mortarian's pistol as far as shooting is concerned. There is only, by the way, and the cool echo from your TV set. And the cool echo from your TV set.
We'll make sure we eventually are going to get this right.
It's all good.
There we go.
All right, so yeah.
We just got done, so I'm going to do this and we'll do the quick roll.
Yep.
So welcome everybody that's hopped on.
Dice cam is off.
Huh?
Dice cam's not on yet.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's right in the corner.
Oh, wow. The backside of it's not on, so take that.
Oh, well, I said it was on.
Oh, no, there it goes. It was just on a delay.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Forget there's a delay when I'm looking at that. Okay, look over here. Boy, we actually look professional.
Hey,
so
we're rocking and rolling today.
Welcome, everybody. Heroic Scale Gamers. We're going live with a collab with Kitchen Table Wargaming.
Kitchen Table Wargaming.
Right.
Boom.
He has got that set up, and it will be on YouTube probably later today. We've been pumping them out.
Should be there today, yeah.
He's went over everything. We will do that, but for his piece, we're going to go ahead and do the dice roll to go ahead and get this started.
And then we'll talk about lists for you guys on Heroic Scale.
Yep, cool. Well, that
Good
work.
start. I rolled a 1. That's
Roll
not what I
5.
wanted to see. I rolled a 1. That's terrible.
Show 'em.
Oh yeah, I should show you with this camera. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Yeah, so I rolled a 1. That's sad. Bam, bam, bam. Well, the Nurgle Daemons have gone first, as you saw in the roll-off. These dudes scooted up over here, the 4-inch advance. Big Chungus back there just moved to where he's in between 2 squads of Nurglings because he can regenerate 1. And then these guys came forward to come play. Smiting and Psychering dropped my Dreadknight down a couple wounds. Then he got shot with the lantern, took another couple wounds, was down to 5. And then he got charged by Mortarion. Then Bellicor came over and he charged into Voldus, who was there, and my Terminators. So he put all his attacks into Voldus. I spent 2 for Transhuman on Voldus. It didn't help. It almost helped. But his sword ignores your invul saves. So I only rolled 1 save of a 6 against that. And then the other 2 are D3 plus 3, I think it was, or flat 3 or whatever. Plenty to kill Voldus. I interrupted combat with the Dreadknight so he would get to hit. I spent another command point for Overwhelming Assault and the 2 to interrupt. So I used a ton of command points to try to do something. It didn't work. So, the re-rolling anything can't work with Mortarion. It's a 9-inch range, so that covered Voldus, that covered the Terminators, the Paladins, and the Dreadknight. So I couldn't re-roll any of my damage against demons, which is the fun stuff with the Grey Knights. It was really painful. He consolidated into my Paladins. My Paladins did a total of, 3 wounds? 3 wounds combined. Which he ignored because he's cool like that. So it was ridiculous. It was one of those, that's not supposed to work that way kind of feelings. And all of a sudden Nathan's like, man, this is a fun list. I like it. It's really a cool list. So yeah, I could have not put my stuff up there. And I'll be honest, I knew about his turning off auras. I forgot how good they were, because I don't play a lot of armies that have auras. Like, it's the Grey Knights do, but I haven't played them in so long that I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It didn't occur to me that my re-rolling wounds was an ability that gets shut off. Yeah, learned a couple things there. It was a little disappointing. So that's the end of it. He scored 2 for engage. He scored 3 for direct assault. I think that's it, right? Yeah. And then we'll go into my turn.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so I'll stop my recording, and then we'll be back for Grey Knights. Turn 1 next.
15.
Alrighty, folks. It is the end of my turn. All right, so these guys, they made their charge. We killed. However, look, this whole Mortarion thing has thrown off my game. So I forgot that they could re-roll against demons over here because they were finally away from 9 inches away from him. So I should have killed a couple more. He did bring back a base with his stratagem. So, I killed 4, brought 1 back. No, I killed 5 and he brought 1 back between shooting and melee there. So that's on me. I got to remember that just because this guy screwed up a turn doesn't mean he screws up everybody if they're not next to him. So that's that. Morty hit first over here in the non-chargers. He killed 2 paladins. I used my Nemesis staves, which helped me out quite a bit. So the 4-up saves, I tanked all of his attacks on the 2 guys with a stave. Because they get a 4-up invul. Then we swung back, and I think we did nothing because... No, actually, I think I did get a couple more wins from a hammer, but that was it. Even with hammer hand. No, I didn't. He rolled 4-ups to save because he's cool like that. Mortarion's doing what he's got to do, that's for sure. I did cast hammer hand, and that was successful. I did smite into Mortarion with 3 different units, and he resisted all but 4 wounds from smite. Like a boss. Like he rolled 5s and 6s on almost everything. It was very horrific. And this guy did a smite. Not a smite. He perils on himself. Took 3 mortal wounds for that, but we did get our smite to go off. So that's that. And I didn't regen a CP because I was using that to try to smite to get this dude a little worse. Over here, my Terminators did smite into Bellicor. They did do the business on him with their smite, but then that was about all they could do. He smacked me with his invul ignoring blade, killed 4 of them, and then my last guy ran away. What a turkey. He's not supposed to do that. And I still get a free reroll for morale because I'm an old book, and I still ran away. I was like, come on, guys, you could have done something. So that's that. So these 2 dudes, horrific. It's been amazing, and it's an amazing combo because of his turning off my reroll against demons. That's the biggest thing that
that's changing it all right now.
I had forgotten about that. Like I said earlier, I'd forgotten that I knew he did it, but I forgot that would impact my particular special ability because that's like the only special thing Grey Knights get. And I was like, you can't take away my one special trick, and he can. So that's it. I didn't really score much. I got a few for no prisoners, but we'll tally that at the end. So that's it. We'll be back for the Nurgle turn 2 next. Yes. Alrighty, folks. Nurglings bravely ran away. They did. And so I survived this turn. Yes, I'm so proud. I'm not tabled at the end of turn 2 because he ran away and didn't have anybody that could come kill them. Me other units, on the other hand, not so much. So poor little Ancient, he got charged by a Bellicor, and the whole ignoring the saves and invuls and all that. Yeah, it is what it is. He did take a wound, I will point this out, because he perilled on a smite. He rolled double 1s, and he'd already re-rolled the cast. So he actually took a wound from his own smite. That was terrific. Over here, and it was funny, in this psychic phase, I denied everything useful. That would have been the only spell that I could not deny that he perils on. So that was kind of a fun psychic phase. My paladins have also died, but this time around I did get through something like 5 wounds in a Mortarion, maybe even 6. So that was actually the most work any of my units had done against Mortarion in this entire round and a half of battle rounds. So way to go, paladins, even if you did die. And I still have my 1 command point. So there's that. Everybody out here has done some neat little trailing and screening and messing up any kind of deep striking plans, but I'm probably less interested in those hooligans back there right now and more worried about these big fooligans up here. We'll be back for the Grey Knight's turn 2. I'm going to see if I can do anything. I hope I can. We'll find out. We'll be back in just a little bit for Grey Knight's turn 2. Alright folks, it is the end of Grey Knight's turn 2. We killed a lot of these guys. Then he spent a command point, and he brought back a lot of these guys. I killed him down to 1, and then he brought back the 3. I don't know, whatever, it's silly. It's enough for us to contest now, instead of me having the objective, which kind of breaks my soul a little bit. Over here, a deep struck some Terminators here, a deep struck Paladins over there, Drago over there. We were far enough away to get rerolls and everything on this into Morty, not into Bellicor, because you can't reroll hits against him, but I was outside of contagion range for him. It was calculated. It didn't exactly go everything the way I wanted it to. I did smite back here into Bellicor. I think one got denied, I think one failed, and then I only got, I might have got 2 smites through, dropped him down, 3 wounds a pop on those. Then he was at 6, I think, when I charged him, so I did do some damage. I got these guys buffed up, so they have Sanctuary on the Paladins, got Hammerhead on the Paladins. Weird, it's frustrating, it's not weird. His range, over there, being 9 inches, means that I can't use my rerolls from Drago. Even though he's not in the 9 inches, this unit is in the 9 inches, and a unit that is in the contagion range doesn't get to use the rerolls. So I thought that I had gamed the system for a little bit. When he failed his charge and stayed outside of the 9, I was like, oh good, my Paladins can string back and I can get rerolls to hit. But then you can't reroll a hit against Bellicor, so that's what I get for thinking. So I did make the charge with them. I didn't have to CP. I was going to have to CP reroll his charge, but then I decided I'd just wait on him. So they made their charge just dandy. These guys made their charge, and I swung first with the Paladins. With all their buffs, they did like a wound. It was so sad. And then the Terminators came in. They got interrupted in combat, so he swung first. We only actually killed 2. I actually rolled some 6s to save this time. And then the 3 guys dropped him down to 2 wounds. So they did more than the Paladins did this time around. And I dropped Morty down to 6. So I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there. Very slowly, but I am getting there. If I could just get rid of him in my life, everything would be so much better. But that's proving to be quite the challenge. Yeah, that's it, guys. So I still haven't really scored any points. So at this point, I'm going to have a good time doing everything I can to kill these bosses right here. And then at that, I'm going to be like, all right, this has been a great game. I killed the 2 big dudes, and they're super dead and super annoyed, and they've just gone back to the warp. And Kaldor Drago is going to inscribe his name upon Mortarian's heart before the end of the day. But that's it. So we'll be back for Nurgle Daemons turn 3. Okay, the Nurgle Daemons, their turn 2 is now concluded. Is it only turn 2? No, this was your turn 3, wasn't it? Because you went first. This is turn 3. So, Mortarian came over here. He did do some woundings upon Drago. I think it was a smite that I forgot to deny. So he took 2 wounds. He was at 5. Mortarian charged him, shot him first. Didn't do anything with the shooting. Then charged him and smote him. Killed him by like 3 wounds extra. So if I was fully healthy, he still would have died. It was a very sad day. And that's after I issued the challenge that Drago would once again carve his name into Mortarian's heart. That's probably what I get for talking. Then over here, I struck. He piled in. I struck, and I did take a single wound. My Paladins are they're having a hard time here. Did a single wound on Mortarian. We did no wounds on Bellicor. And then Bellicor smacked my Terminators, the ones that actually hurt him last time, and he killed all 3 Terminators. Yeah, this is a dark day. So I'm down to 2 wounds, 2 units left on the table. I will get rid of these demons before the end of the day. That's my plan. And I actually score 5 points for primary. I'm pretty proud of myself because, oh no, I don't. Yeah, I do. I've got more models on this objective. They're not objective secure, but I have more than he does on the objective. So I finally get 5 points, guys. I'm not going to get 0 for the tally. It's bad. It's bad. Mortarian's wrecked everything for the Grey Knights in a very impressive way that I never saw coming. So, cool stuff. Pretty wild. Pretty crazy. That's it. These guys are just chilling. They're chilling. This guy's over here chilling. He doesn't have anything to be worried about because I keep having to deal with all this other mess. The tally has now increased, by the way, to where these guys are T8 and T9, respectively, from Epidemius's tally business.
Oh, and those T3.
Yeah, the Nurglings are now T3. It's really funny. So, yeah. Yeah, there's that. All right, that's the end of his turn 3, going into Grey Knight's turn 3. I'm going to kill a guy. That's my whole entire goal for this phase, is to kill one guy. And maybe even another Nurgling.
A Nurgling?
If I'm lucky. If I'm lucky. Yeah, that's the goal. So we'll be back after Grey Knight's turn 3. And it is the end of my turn. Grey Knight's turn 3 has ended. I stomped these guys up into the ruin, and we shot into Epidemius, and we did like 3 wounds. That man's got 5 left. So the tally continues. I did kill 3 more Nurglings, and this time they did not come back because he had spent his commandular point on something else. A reroll somewhere, I think. I don't even remember what you rerolled now. So he's alive on a wound. I don't know. It didn't work if I remember right. So there's that. Bellicor's dead. Yes. I finally. Oh, it's been so bad. The poor Grey Knights finally killed him. I just did a simple little smite. Cast it on a 9. It was beautiful. So I killed him. That was the best thing that's happened this whole game so far. Mortarion got to hit me first, which was kind of sad. And he killed 3 of my paladins, which was also sad. I did. Oh, yeah, he rolled 4 up saves because that's what Mortarion does. I was like, I did get a couple wounds through, actually, but it didn't matter when he did that. So that is the end of my turn. I picked up 5 for primary, finally. I picked up 3 for assassinate, which made me very happy. If I get super lucky, I might get Mortarion this game, but seeing how I didn't get any help over there on that front, I don't think that's going to happen now. It's a very incredibly small chance. Yeah, so we'll see what happens at the end of this turn. It's not gone well, folks. That's it. Yeah, I was just trying to think if there's anything else to add. So we'll go into Nurgle turn 4. And actually, after the way turn 1 went, I had this really sinking feeling that I wouldn't be on the table after turn 2. So the fact that we're still at least here is something. Better than nothing. So we'll be back. Nurgle turn 4, correct? Turn 4. Nurgle turn 4 next. Nurgle Daemons turn 4 is ended. These guys are still on the board again. These are gonna have to be my MVP players because they're the only ones that aren't dead. That dude ran away, bravely ran away. Then Mr. Mortarion, he did a smite. Which did a wound, and this has not been a good game. So in my haste, I wounded the guy that was not the sergeant, right? However, he was also the only one that was actually technically in engagement range of Mortarion, and I kind of failed to pick up on that. And then he did Curse of the Leper and killed the guy. So all of a sudden, Mortarion's not in engagement range, which means he can now charge, which means he could now get onto the objective, and he gets to hit me first. Big brain plays from me, not so much. So Mortarion did all those things, killed my guys. So, it's kind of expected when you do something like that. So it's leaving me with these guys. I will still score 5 points, so that's a thing. But at this point in the game, all I'm trying to do is just get super lucky and kill Mortarion because there's nothing else I can really do, guys. It's pretty bad. It's gone downhill real fast. So I'm going to use my last unit in my turn 4. We're going to see if I can do a thing, and then I'll probably just have to concede after that because, it's kind of embarrassing now. It was embarrassing after turn 1 when things went horribly wrong with this dude getting in my way and me not remembering everything he did. But it's been fun. It's been a good game. It's been entertaining and amusing, so we'll go with that. We'll be back for the Grey Knights, turn 4, in just a minute. I'm not even filming the other half of the board, guys, because that's how sad I am. Because I haven't even touched the other half of the board, except for that one time when I shot through the building and shot Epidemius. That one time. That was it. Yeah. So, we'll be back for Grey Knight's turn 4 in just a second. here we are, folks. It is the end of my turn 4. I moved these guys up their 5. I did a smite. Sadly, the Nurgling was the closest thing, so I killed him with a big smite. Would have been really good to put that smite into him. Then I did all the shooting. I took a wound with a Stormbolter. Yeah, Stormbolters. Yeah, and then I saved my command points because I was very close to spending for Cybolt ammunition just because I would have been wounding him on 5s and 6s with that. It still would have only been 1 damage. But being able to do the wounds and have the -1 AP would have been slightly more useful, but I was afraid of failing my charge, so I didn't. And as it turns out, I failed the charge, and then I re-rolled it, and it got worse. So that left me in a real bad spot, because now no longer am I on that point. I'm not also on that point, so yeah, and I have no way of killing Mortarion before Mortarion kills me. So I have sadly had to concede the game. My Grey Knights fans, I do apologize. I've had a really good time. I was doing some more thinking about this. Even if I hadn't deployed everything up here, if I deployed back here, which was, I thought about that, but you still would have had your full, 12-inch move with him.
So the thing is, I did think this through. So when you did that, we both were banking on going off
first, right?
Because of my contagion. So based on my ability and what I had, I didn't have to get any cast off to
That's
really
true.
have the
To be able to screw up everything.
Yeah, so I was able to do that even if you
Right.
pounded into me.
Right.
But because I can only move to 12, I can only get to roughly right here,
Right.
so to speak, right, whatever the base is here.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're back on this point, that put me at like a 10-inch charge.
Yeah.
So
it would have still been doable.
The thing is you might have been able to charge me or have more firing. I don't know. I think it might have whittled down depending on who you targeted.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, those two pushing like they're pushing.
Yeah.
The problem is
You got to play this more. Like, you got to experiment with this more, because the Bellicor, Mortarion, everything with the no re-rolling hits, the reducing and killing all the auras and stuff was phenomenal. And this is like the army to be able to beat the demons, and I couldn't even begin to tickle you. And it didn't matter if I got my buffing spells off or not.
No.
That's the other thing that really killed me, is like even my spells still couldn't really do anything. It was crazy. So yeah, it's wild. It's such a cool list. These have to be my MVP because they actually did stuff. They scored me points. They didn't die.
They played around with this Nurgle squad over here.
They
and
played
kept themselves from getting
They
killed.
played chase with the Nurgles and brought them back, and they scored me a lot of points. Actually, they got me 4 out of no prisoners because all they did was kill.
They got you 4 out of no prisoners
And 5 primary
5
points.
That's
yeah.
9 of your 27.
Yeah.
Or actually,
I mean,
9 of your 17. They got you more than half your points.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, MVPs all the way. It's really embarrassing when you say that about your score and your units, but that's what it is. This dude is ridiculous, and I've played against him in other armies. I just haven't played the new Death Guard book with my Grey Knights because the Grey Knights are not super competitive against 9th edition armies. But I didn't think to expect all of the 9-inch, how much the 9-inch was going to disrupt me. I in my head, again, I was not taking into account that I wouldn't be able to re-roll against demons. For some reason, I thought that would still work, that I would still get that. Like, it was the no matter what, Grey Knights are always going to re-roll against demons because that's who they are. And that was what really rattled me the most. I was like, wait, I can't do the one thing that I do? Oh, no.
But you did have your smite, and then you got stuck in the... And I don't know, maybe if you could have smited on doing 4 damage. I think staying in the shooting was the best thing the whole time.
I think it was the best chance of doing anything for me. The additional wound on a smite maybe would have made a difference, but I don't think it would have mattered a whole lot. I don't know. It's a wild one. It was such a crazy game. And like I said, we were afraid of running demons and making it too weak where the Grey Knights would just mow them down. Because I've played demons before with the Grey Knights. And in a pure demons list, they're horrible. Like, the demons are just dead. And it's two turns of it maybe. And all the demon princes are gone. All the demon whatevers are dead. So this was fun and exciting. And then it just was like, oh, Mortarion does all of that? Oh, not okay, folks.
It was bad.
So,
it was bad.
Yeah. Final score, 94-27. I did keep him from getting all of his to the last points. Yes. So I'll be proud of that. Yeah, I don't know. It was hilarious. Whatever. Okay. It was a lot of fun. I got to enjoy bringing the Grey Knights out. They're on the channel. They're on the stream. Again, Grey Knights players, I apologize. If there was some glaring thing I should have done differently, please let me know. I don't know that there's a lot of things could have been done differently with this because of how close he could deploy Bellicor and Mortarion, and then their combination of shutting down stuff was brutal. It was really crazy. So it was a cool list, a lot of fun to see it. Thank you for watching again. This has been a collab with Heroic Scale Gamers, and please check them out. He's got a lot more stuff coming, and modifying and improving his stream all the time as well. And we'll be back again soon for another Kitchen Table Wargaming Battle Report.